Hey Cowboys Nation, what's up? It's Alex here, and before we get into today's emotional and very important update, I want to say something real quick because I see this every single day when I check my channel analytics. Most of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed, and it honestly surprises me because you guys come back again and again for the latest Cowboys news, player updates, injuries, breaking stories, and everything happening inside this franchise, but you still haven't hit that subscribe button. So right now, before we continue, I want you to quickly tap subscribe and turn on notifications because this channel is your home for every major update about our Dallas Cowboys, and trust me, you don't want to miss anything, especially when news like today comes out. So go ahead, hit that button, and let's jump straight into what is one of the most emotional updates of this entire season. Today we are talking about something that goes far beyond football, far beyond stats, far beyond wins and losses. Because the Cowboys organization has made a powerful decision, a decision that shows love, respect, unity, and brotherhood, something that reminds us all that this team is more than just a team. Today we discuss the Dallas Cowboys wearing a special helmet decal for the rest of the season in memory of defensive end Marshawn Kneeland. And if you're a real Cowboys fan, you already know this story hits hard, and it's still shocking to think about, because losing Marshawn at just 24 years old is something that still does not feel real for so many fans, teammates, coaches, and even people who never met him but were inspired by his journey, his personality, and his love for the game. Now, as we talk about this, I want you to stay with me because the story behind this tribute, the reason the Cowboys chose this decal, and the way players are reacting in the locker room is something you do not want to skip. So listen carefully, because this is the kind of moment that reminds us why football is family and why the Dallas Cowboys stand tall even in moments of tragedy. So let's go back for a moment and remember who Marshawn Kneeland was, because before the NFL, before the Cowboys, before the bright lights, Marshawn was a kid with a dream, a kid who grew up with big goals, a kid who had to fight for everything he earned. Nothing was handed to him, nothing came easy. He pushed himself through hard practices, injuries, long nights of training, and endless moments where he could have quit, but he didn't. He kept going because he wanted to make it. He wanted to wear that star on his helmet and represent the Cowboys with pride and passion. And when the Cowboys drafted him, it was one of the happiest days of his life. He talked about how thankful he was, how hungry he was, how ready he was to give everything to this franchise. He was excited to join the defensive line rotation, excited to learn under Dan Quinn, excited to grow as a player, and excited to prove he belonged in the NFL. He had the talent, he had the heart, he had the work ethic, and the team loved him. His teammates loved him. The coaching staff loved him. Fans loved him. Everyone who met him talked about how humble he was, how respectful he was, how focused he was, and how he carried himself with maturity beyond his age. And that's what makes his passing so heartbreaking, because he had so much in front of him, so much potential, so much life still waiting to be lived. Now, when news of his death came out, the entire Cowboys organization was shaken. Players were emotional, coaches were emotional, fans were emotional, social media exploded with support and tributes, because Marshawn was more than a football player. He was a good human being, a kind person, someone who worked hard, smiled often, and treated people with respect. And today the Cowboys made a decision that shows just how much Marshawn meant to them and how much his legacy will continue inside this franchise. The Dallas Cowboys will wear a special helmet decal honoring Marshawn Kneeland for the rest of the season. Every single game, every snap, every moment, you will see his memory right there on the helmets of his brothers, the same brothers he worked with, fought with, trained with, and dreamed with. This is not just a sticker. This is not just a symbol. This is a statement. This is the Cowboys saying we don't forget our own. This is the team saying Marshawn is still with us. This is the organization saying his legacy will continue to shine even though he is no longer here physically. The decal itself is simple, respectful, and meaningful. It carries his initials and his number, a small piece of art with a huge message. And when you see it on the helmets this Sunday, when you see it under the stadium lights, when you see players touch it before a play, you will understand that this team is carrying Marshawn with them into every battle, because football is emotional, football is brotherhood, and football is family. The reactions inside the Cowboys locker room have been powerful. Two veteran players have spoken about how they want to dedicate the rest of the season to him. Young players have talked about how they looked up to him for his work ethic and positive energy. Teammates have opened up about how much they miss his voice, his laugh, his intensity, and his presence. Defensive leaders like Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence have said what Marshawn brought to the team will never be forgotten, and that this decal is a way to carry him with them through the rest of the journey. Guys have said they want to play harder for him, work harder for him, prepare harder for him, because they know he would have done the same if roles were reversed. Even coaches have said they are making sure the players stay united, strong, and emotionally supported, because grieving is a process and teams come together in moments like this. Now fans around the world have been reacting to Cowboys Nation has come together in a beautiful way, from messages online to players being sent, letters to memorials being created near the stadium. Everyone has shown love and respect because Marshawn ended up impacting more people than he probably ever realized. Many fans shared stories about meeting him at training camp, or seeing him sign autographs for kids, or watching him take time to talk to people even when he didn't have to. Those small moments say a lot about a person, and that's why this tribute means so much today. This decal is not just for players, it's for fans too. It's for everyone who cared about him, everyone who followed his journey, everyone who saw him grow, everyone who believed in him. This is a moment that connects the entire Cowboys family. Now let's talk about something deeper, something that hits the soul a little bit, because the Cowboys wearing this decal is also a message to future generations of players and fans. It says that your impact is not forgotten. It says that hard work and good character matter. It says that even in dark moments we support one another. It says that this star carries meaning beyond football. The Cowboys have always been a franchise that honors their people, from players to staff to coaches. This team understands history, tradition, and legacy, and today they show that once again by honoring Marshawn Kneeland for the rest of the season. This is a form of healing too for players and coaches, because moving forward after losing a teammate is never easy, but carrying his memory creates unity. It gives purpose, it gives motivation, and it gives strength. And I want you to imagine this, Cowboys Nation. Imagine the team running out of the tunnel this Sunday, the crowd roaring, the stadium shaking, the lights bright and loud, and right on those helmets you see that decal, and you know it means something. You know it represents a life, a dream, a legacy. You know players feel that weight. You know they are carrying something bigger than football, and for many players, wearing that decal will feel personal. It will feel like Marshawn is still with them, still guiding them, still motivating them to be better men and better athletes. And now here is the emotional part. One, want you to understand, even though Marshawn is gone physically, his dream continues through his teammates and through every fan who remembers him. His journey continues through the Cowboys, who now fight every week with his memory in their hearts. His story continues every time a young kid watching at home sees that decal and asks what it means, and someone tells them the story of a young man who worked hard, stayed humble, loved football, and left a mark on everyone he met. And that is why this tribute matters, because legacies never die as long as people keep remembering them. Now Cowboys Nation, let me say this too, because you know I always keep things real with you. I believe this moment will bring the team even closer emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. I believe they will treat every game with more meaning. I believe players will look at each other in the huddle and feel that extra push, that extra purpose, that extra fire. And sometimes in football, moments like this create bond, strength, and unity that carry a team far. You have seen it across sports history. Teams find powerful motivation from real-life events, and the Cowboys might channel that same energy to honor Marshawn by giving everything they have every week. Now, before I close this out, I want to speak directly to you, the fans, because you are a huge part of the Cowboys family too, and your support matters more than you think. So drop your prayers, drop your love, drop your blue hearts, drop your tribute messages for Marshawn Kneeland, because trust me, players read this stuff, coaches read this stuff, the organization sees the love and the energy from fans, and during times like this it really does make a difference. Stay strong, stay united, and stay connected, because at the end of the day this team is bigger than football. This family goes beyond the field, and we all stand together through wins, losses, highs, lows, and even heartbreaking moments like this. And now, as we wrap up today's video, I want to say thank you for watching all the way through, because this was an emotional and important update, and I appreciate you being here and supporting this channel. And before you go, do not forget what I said earlier. Most of you watching still haven't subscribed, so if you made it this far, if you're still here, if you value real Cowboys updates, real news, real analysis, and videos that respect the players and the fans, then please hit that subscribe button right now. Your support means everything, and it helps this channel grow and continue bringing you top-level Cowboys content every single day. So go ahead, subscribe, turn on notifications, and join the Cowboys family right here on this channel. This is Alex signing off. Stay safe, stay strong, and as always, go Cowboys.